7 of the most popular baby wipe brands in America failed. Some failed laboratory testing. Some failed in federal court. One failed at basic packaging. Parents opened sealed bulk boxes and found mold growing inside before they ever broke the seal. The testing was conducted at Department of Defense certified laboratories and submitted as evidence in active federal lawsuits. The consumer investigation was led by Consumer Reports and the independent safety organization Made Safe. The data is on the public record. Every brand will be named. Every verdict will be clear. And at the end, 4 replacements that passed independent testing, including one widely available at every major retailer for about 6 cents a wipe. Baby wipes are the single most frequently applied product on infant skin. The average baby goes through thousands of applications before toilet training, each one pressing chemical-soaked cloth directly against skin that is up to 30% thinner than yours or mine. The diaper area makes absorption worse. Occlusion, moisture, and friction drive whatever is on that wipe deeper into the body than normal skin contact would. These products are legal in the United States. Legal does not mean safe. The European Union's Omnibus 8 regulation, which took effect May 2026, restricts or bans compounds still freely permitted in American baby products. That regulatory gap is the space every brand on this list operates in. Number 7. Amazon Elements Baby Wipes. Amazon sells these wipes by the hundreds under its own private label, algorithmically pushed to the top of every search result on the platform that also happens to own the store. The packaging highlights what the product does not contain. No parabens, no dyes. What it never discloses is what the wipe cloth itself is made from. Consumer Reports flagged Amazon Elements as one of just 7 brands out of 15 analyzed containing potentially risky ingredients and non-biodegradable plastics woven directly into the wipe fabric. The same investigation named Amazon alongside Huggies and Pampers in a formal public petition demanding the removal of synthetic plastics from baby wipes entirely. At roughly 2 cents per wipe in bulk, the economics tell you what the marketing will not. Biodegradable, plant-based cloth with clean preservatives cannot be manufactured, packaged, and shipped at that price point. What arrives at your door is contract-manufactured polypropylene, synthetic plastic engineered for tensile strength and warehouse shelf life, not for infant skin. Number 6. Parents' Choice Baby Wipes. 900 wipes for under $18. That is what Walmart prints on the box. The cost it does not print is consistency, because from one batch to the next, you may not be getting the same product. Walmart sources Parents' Choice from multiple third-party factories across different regions. That means a box purchased in one state may contain entirely different preservatives than one purchased in another. Independent ingredient analysis has confirmed the use of iodopropenyl butyl carbamate in certain formulations, a documented contact allergen that pediatric dermatologists specifically advise against applying to broken or irritated skin. Earlier formulations relied on a preservative classified as a formaldehyde releaser. The broader quality control record across this brand is not reassuring. Walmart currently faces over 400 federal lawsuits alleging heavy metal contamination, arsenic, lead, cadmium in its Parents' Choice baby food lines. Different product category, same brand name, same oversight apparatus. If you are using Parents' Choice, check the ingredient label on your specific box. If it lists iodopropenyl butyl carbamate, replace it. Number 5. 7th Generation Sensitive Protection Baby Wipes. 7th Generation built its entire brand on the promise that you are buying something fundamentally different from the conventional options. The packaging evokes forests and clean water. The name itself implies generational stewardship. Parents pay a premium specifically because they believe the product matches that ethos. That same investigation tested the physical wipe cloth and found it is constructed from a blend of wood fiber mixed with polypropylene and polyethylene, petroleum-derived synthetic plastics identical to those found in the cheapest conventional brands on the market. The manufacturing process raises its own concerns. Genuinely clean brands bleach their pulp without any chlorine compounds. Seventh generation does not. Their method still relies on chlorine dioxide, which carries a documented risk of generating trace dioxin byproducts during production. The premium buys you earth-toned packaging. It does not buy you different materials. Number 4. Pampers Baby Wipes. Pampers Aqua Pure. The word pure is printed on the front of the package. The cloth inside is polyethylene terephthalate and polypropylene, synthetic polymers derived from crude oil that do not decompose in any natural environment. The sensitive variant uses the same substrate. Both were named in the petition demanding removal of petroleum plastics from baby wipes. What separates Pampers from other entries on this list is scale and timing. This is the wipe many hospitals distribute to new mothers. It is often the first product that ever touches a newborn's body, and the one that stays in rotation by default. Every diaper change creates friction between synthetic cloth and infant skin, shedding microplastic fragments onto tissue that is thinner and more permeable than yours. That is not a one-time exposure. That is years of cumulative contact with petroleum-derived plastic. Competitors at the same price tier already manufacture on plant-based cloth. Procter & Gamble has the resources to do the same. It has made a different calculation. Number 3. Up and Up Fragrance-Free Baby Wipes. In early 2026, parents across the country started opening bulk boxes of Target's store-brand wipes and finding visible black mold growing inside sealed packaging. Incident reports filed between January and March 2026 documented a systematic sealing defect in Up and Up's 800-count and 1,200-count bulk packages. Faulty seals allowed air into the water-based product, completely overwhelming the preservation system. The wipes turned brown. They developed a chemical odor, and when applied to infant skin, they caused immediate, severe rashes. This is not a trace-level chemical risk that accumulates over months. Mold and bacteria making direct contact with a baby's raw, irritated skin in the diaper area is an acute microbiological threat. Immediate, not theoretical. Target customer service told affected parents the discoloration was harmless oxidation. Visible fungal growth and contact dermatitis requiring antibiotic treatment are not oxidation. Reports also indicate that some Target locations simply retaped returned contaminated packages, raising the possibility they went back onto shelves. Up and Up also does not publicly disclose the material composition of its wipe substrate, which in this product category almost always indicates non-biodegradable synthetic plastic. If you have an Up and Up bulk box in the nursery, inspect every internal pack before it touches your baby. Better yet, replace it entirely. Number 2. Kirkland Signature Fragrance-Free Baby Wipes. Made with naturally derived ingredients. That is what the Kirkland Signature Baby Wipes package says in large, confident lettering. It is the reason millions of Costco members drop these bulk packs into the cart alongside the rotisserie chicken without a second thought. A federal court has ruled that claim is legally actionable. Chief U.S. District Judge Richard Seaborg denied Costco's motion to dismiss the class action lawsuit Bullard v. Costco Wholesale Corporation after the plaintiffs submitted testing from a Department of Defense ELAP certified laboratory. That testing identified 3 distinct types of PFAS: PFPRA at 3.6 parts per billion, PMPA at 0.15 parts per billion, for a combined concentration of 3.79 parts per billion. To put that in perspective, 3.79 parts per billion equals 3,790 parts per trillion. The next entry on this list, the most widely recognized baby wipe brand in the country, also confirmed positive for PFAS contamination. Kirkland's concentration was more than 12 times higher. in a product stamped naturally derived. PFAS are called forever chemicals because the carbon-fluorine bond does not break down. Not in soil, not in groundwater, not inside your baby's developing body. These are the same class of industrial compounds engineered to waterproof outdoor apparel and coat nonstick cookware. The judge ruled that their quantified presence in a product marketed as natural is sufficient to proceed under California's false advertising law. Costco argued that PFAS is too broad a chemical classification to constitute a specific health claim. The court disagreed. The case is advancing into discovery. Avoid. Number 1. Huggies Simply Clean Fragrance-Free Baby Wipes. Huggies is the wipe hospitals stock in their maternity wards. It is the brand grandparents reach for without reading the label. The Simply Clean fragrance-free variant markets itself with prominent front-of-package claims. Hypoallergenic, dermatologically tested, gentle ingredients, plant-based. Independent laboratory testing submitted in active federal litigation says otherwise. The class action lawsuit Erickson versus Kimberly-Clark Corporation was filed in the Northern District of California in late 2024. The plaintiffs commissioned testing at a Department of Defense ELAP certified laboratory, the same certification grade the military requires for environmental contamination analysis. Using EPA Method 537, the laboratory tested randomly selected samples of Huggies Simply Clean fragrance-free wipes and detected 305 parts per trillion of per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances. The EPA's maximum contaminant level for certain PFAS variants in drinking water is 4 parts per trillion. These wipes tested at more than 76 times that threshold, pressed directly against an infant's most permeable skin, multiple times a day, for years. The lawsuit estimates the average infant undergoes 10,000 to 12,000 wipe applications annually. PFAS do not metabolize. They do not flush out. Each application deposits synthetic industrial compounds that accumulate in developing tissue indefinitely. The PFAS contamination alone would be enough to earn this position, but Kimberly-Clark faces compounding litigation. In November 2025, a separate federal lawsuit, Burns versus Kimberly-Clark, alleged the corporation made unannounced changes to the physical materials inside its Huggies Little Movers diapers without telling parents. Consumers reported a new blue-tinted interior surface, followed by sudden, severe chemical burns on their babies, reactions entirely inconsistent with ordinary diaper rash. A December 2025 incident report filed with the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission documented severe chemical burns on a 7-month-old wearing Huggies Snug and Dry diapers. The label says hypoallergenic. The lab says 305 parts per trillion of forever chemicals. The federal docket says chemical burns on infants after undisclosed material changes. When a corporation allows PFAS contamination in its wipes, while simultaneously making secret alterations that burn infant skin, the entire product line has forfeited any claim to your trust. Get it out of the nursery. 4 brands survived the strictest independent scrutiny available in 2026. 4 ingredients: purified water, honeysuckle flower extract, organic aloe, and chamomile, preserved with sodium benzoate and citric acid instead of synthetic biocides. That is the entire Healthy Baby formula. It is also the first and only baby wipe brand to earn full Environmental Working Group verification across its entire product line. The cloth is 100% plant-based, FSC-certified wood pulp, manufactured using totally chlorine-free processing, no petroleum plastic, no dioxin risk. About 11 cents per wipe, available online and at Target. What sets Coterie apart is what touches the skin. The substrate is constructed entirely from lyocell cellulosic fibers, plant-derived, independently verified to decompose, certified free of over 1,000 harmful compounds, 0 synthetic plastics. The formula is equally clean, 99% purified water with 5 transparent ingredients, EWG verified, Ocotec Standard 100 certified, National Eczema Association accepted. Each wipe is 30% larger than industry standard, so you use fewer per change. About 15 cents per wipe. Available online and at select retailers. In 2026, Natricare submitted its wipes to independent laboratory testing against 175 specific types of PFAS. The result? 0 detected. Not trace amounts. Absolute 0. The cloth is organic cotton and totally chlorine-free paper tissue. No synthetic plastics, no chemical binders. EWG verified and Cosmos certified organic. Available online and through specialty retailers. Water wipes is the most accessible option on this list and the place to start if switching feels overwhelming. Available at Target, Walmart, H-E-B, and Amazon for about 6 cents per wipe in bulk. The formula is 99.9% purified water and a single drop of grapefruit seed extract. A 2025 pediatric study found it reduced severe diaper dermatitis by up to 70% in premature infants compared to conventional brands. One caveat that deserves transparency. Water Wipes faces active litigation alleging microplastics in its substrate, the same type of concern this video raised about other brands. That case is unresolved. Water Wipes earns its spot here because the liquid formulation is clinically proven, and it remains the only clean formula option with true mass market reach. If the substrate claims hold up in court, this recommendation changes. If budget only allows one switch, make it Water Wipes. 6 cents per wipe at virtually any retailer. The liquid formulation is clinically verified. That single change removes the most persistent chemical risks from your baby's daily routine. If even that is out of reach right now, check the wipe material on whatever brand you are buying. If it lists polypropylene or polyester, you are wiping your baby with plastic. Look for bamboo, lyocell, or wood pulp instead. And drop any wipe from your rotation that lists iodopropanol butyl carbamate or phenoxyethanol. The certifications that carry weight. EWG verified, Okotex Standard 100, Global Organic Textile Standard, and FSC. The terms that carry none, hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, and natural. In the United States, those words have no regulated scientific definition. They are packaging decoration with 0 enforceable threshold. 7 brands. 3 that should never touch your baby's skin again. 4 more that earned serious caution. The corporations behind these products know exactly what is in their formulations and what is woven into the cloth. Now you do too. If your brand was on this list, that is not your failure. You were told gentle. You were told plant-based. You were told naturally derived. The federal court filings and the independent laboratory results told a different story. Replace what needs replacing, and send this to the parent who is still buying on autopilot. Which of these brands did you find in your nursery, and what are you switching to?